Izzo in his 27th season. He told us at shoot-around, I really love this team. I said, I can't remember in January when you, the last time you said that about a team that he has coached. Tyson Walker chases down the tip, and the tip goes to Michigan State.
I like this, establishing Marcus Bingham on the post early on.
Yeah, well, they did that, and Tom Izzo said that, right? They're going to get a lot of touches inside. This is an undersized Minnesota team here tonight.
And not only undersized, they don't have a lot of depth. And so if you can get the front line in foul trouble, that's really going to be tough.
They stand at 6'9" in terms of their regular rotation, in terms of their tallest players. First possession, it's a turnover here for the Gophers.
Tyson Walker was thinking about trying to go off the bounce. They're going to reset.
Very patient approach. The transfer out of Northeastern has taken over the starting point guard duties. The first newcomer to start at the point guard spot for Tom Izzo. Now 5 here to shoot. Walker will take the deep shot, and it's short.
Watch Peyton Willis try to really initiate himself early on in the offense for Minnesota. Needs to get going here on the road.
These two teams met on December 8th. That was the first meeting, 75-67. Michigan State took that one and stretched the lead out to double figures before Minnesota made it a game again in the final few minutes back in December.
And talking to Ben Johnson, head coach at Minnesota before the game, it's a tricky deal that Minnesota's got to match the physical presence of Michigan State, but they've got to stay out of foul trouble in doing so.
Yeah, aggressiveness is something this team has learned, he said, in the first 4 games of Big Ten conference play. There's the runner, and it won't drop that time for Gabe Brown.
I like that shot, though. Gabe going to a strong hand.
Luke Lowy gives it up. There's a 3-look, that time for E.J. Stevens, the transfer from Lafayette.
I'd like to see Lowy be a little bit more aggressive, Lisa, with his shot. I mean, he's hit a game winner for the Gophers early in the season. You know, he defers a lot, but for the Gophers, I think he'd be more effective if he was looking more for his shot.
We got an early look there. He was 0 for 8 against Indiana in the last game that the Gophers played. There's another 3-look. That time it goes down and drops for Tyson Walker for his first points.
That's big for Michigan State. When they get scoring from the point guard position, it really balances out their offensive attack.
He's only a guy who averages just under 7 points per game. Controlling the pace, initiating the offense, really his responsibilities as well as defensive responsibilities. There's Eric Curry. I mentioned he had a career-high 18 the last time he took on Michigan State.
Yeah, Curry's got to be aggressive as well. I mean, everybody that's on the floor for the Gophers, they've got to make their defender really pay attention and stay at home.
Jamison Battle is whistled for first personal. Ben Johnson in year number 1 as the Minnesota head coach. We were talking in shoot-around, and I said, you know what, you're in year 1. Tom Izzo is a Hall of Famer in year 27. How does that make you feel? And he said Izzo has reached out to him several times, as you would expect Tom Izzo to do, via text, via phone calls. He understands what Ben Johnson is going through. His first job was here in the Big Ten as well.
Ooh. Nice tightrope act by Gabe Brown to stay in bounds that time. You know, Tom Izzo reaches out to all the coaches, Lisa, as you well know. And I just think, I'm not sure that there's a relationship among the coaches around the country like there is here in the Big Ten.
The alley-oop that time, and the tip is good for Bingham Jr.
State looks sharp on the offensive end. They're coming downhill.
First 5 possessions here for Minnesota. 1 for 4 shooting. They committed a turnover as well. More of an efficient possession here. Gets blocked that time by Bingham. But Minnesota retains, and Curry with the flush. Look at what I found for the Gophers.
Yeah, Stevens came up with the block afterwards, able to give it back to Curry. It's a good sign. Gophers hanging around.
Bingham will get about 3 of those. He averages just under 3 blocks per game. Hauser thought about it, passes it up, and a walking violation. Career-wise, stats-wise, he's a 9-5 guy. And you look at the talent, the skill set, he can be way better than a 9-5 guy.
I totally agree, and I think, and Tom Izzo said this, that the COVID situation last year really hurt him mentally. And so he's coming back out of that, but he is a guy that can explode at any time.
Well, he takes an early seat. Here's Willis going to work that time. That popping out. Guy who averages about just under 16 points per game here for the Gophers. It's a turnover here for the Spartans.
Gophers got numbers if they hurry.
Back-to-back turnovers here for Michigan State. He must have said like 2 or 3 times, and when you listen to him talk to the local media, how much he enjoys this team. It might not be the best team that he ever has or the superstar that he's had, but it's just the makeup, the attitude, the chemistry of this team he really, really has liked up to this point.
Yeah, and that, you know, for coaches in today's era, and I'm going to say it, young players are different, and not good or bad, they're just different. And I think he's found a nice rhythm with this team.
Willis has found a nice rhythm there on that shot, knocks down the 3-point shot from the wing and ties it here at 7.
Well, Peyton Willis is a great example. If you don't burn bridges, you can always come back home. Having a nice run in his second stint with the Gophers.
He is well-traveled, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
High school in Arkansas, I believe, and a couple stints here at Minnesota that you mentioned, as well as a stop in Vanderbilt and the College of Charleston as well. In fact, a lot of these Minnesota players are well-traveled.
That's what makes the job that Ben Johnson is doing even more impressive, in my opinion.
Curry was thinking backdoor. Ramberg getting some early time. Taking it off the bounce. Stevens draws the foul there on Jaden Atkins, one of the freshmen.
And Ben Johnson had other...
It's Eric Curry in the regular rotation as the one guy who's back from last year.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the fact that, you know, the Gophers already have a win, Big Ten win on the road at Michigan, so the chemistry set is working in Minneapolis.
So the first time they've lost back-to-back games, and looking to pick one up. About 10th in the country, tops of the Big Ten in terms of turnovers per game. Michigan State, speaking of turnovers, they've coughed it up the last 4 possessions. Hogard taking it inside, that was partially deflected.
Hogard tried to go with his left hand there. I was a little surprised.
Single digits on the shot clock, and Hall, that one gets blocked as well. The shot clock won't reset. Got to toss it up, it's out of bounds, and we'll head back the other way. Opponents' points per game. Second in the Big Ten, just under 65 they give up to opponents here this year. Spin move for Lowy, and he's got his first bucket.
Now see, that's what I'm calling for him, because he can do that. He's athletic enough to get his own shot.
And Christie can do that, gets his own miss, decides to put it back, and the floater falls.
You know, Lisa, when you see players like Max Christie, we have a few of those wings in the Big Ten, he moves different. He kind of glides, and he's going full speed, but he doesn't look like he's exerting himself at all.
He's the reigning Big Ten Freshman of the Week, the 4th time already this year that he's won that award. Certainly one of the favorites to win Freshman of the Year, though there's a lot of good newcomers in the conference this season. Here's Christie again, that's what he can do. That's his specialty, the 3-point shot.
I think he heard you, Lisa. Trying to make you sound good, although he didn't have to do that to make you sound good.
Checks in the mail, Stephen Pardo. 4-point advantage here for the Spartans.
All right, the his zone is up and into this now, so Minnesota's really got to be careful here. This is how Michigan State can strike, hit you on an 8 or 10-0 run.
Turnover, here comes Hogard, and a reach-in foul there by Peyton Willis.
They are paying attention in the scouting reports, and I think that's paying off for them. Maybe Hogard was in the right spot that time.
Walker running things. Inside 12 minutes here in this first half. Walker taking it on the left side, missing everything. Bingham trying to chase it down into the hands of the Gophers.
Well, nice closeout by Atkins on the defensive end, knowing that Battle won that step-back 3.
Battle hasn't taken a shot yet. No points even from the free throw line. They try to go backdoor, and 10 years ago, and she was talking about her 2 kids, and she said, yeah, I think they might be good.
Might be good?
I think they might be good.
Yeah.
Undersold them.
Well, spoken like a mom, you know, a loving mom who don't want to put too much on her children.
I missed you. 10 points in the paint coming out of that possession.
I love Marcus Bingham taking his time. And Minnesota's not going to double team, so he's going to have all kind of time.
And Michigan State on a 7-0 run. Seven now to shoot here for the Gophers. 6-point edge here for the Spartans. 3 to shoot. Daniels has checked in. Battle having a tough time with it, trying to hunt down his first points. Played sparingly here in this first half. No points for Hauser as they tend to hit. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Christie, and walked with it. That's something you might want to get on the stationary bike right away, right?
Took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, Lisa, you didn't have any sprained ankles because you were all that in the bag of chips. But
I did wear the low cuts, though. So equipment manager and coaches hated me, thinking I would get a sprained ankle.
Oh.
Christie with the flush! And a beautiful feed by Tyson Walker. He knew where he was the entire time.
He really did. It kept it. And anytime he pushes like that and puts pressures on the Gophers, as long as teammates run with him, they're going to get opportunity. Jamison Battle's got to get more involved here as well. He's got to be a little bit more forceful like that.
Yeah, I think he heard you. That time it's short. But that's Battle's second shot here of the game. The leading scorer for Minnesota. And count the three-point bucket by Gabe Brown.
And he's been the man offensively for the Spartans. And to me, Lisa, I think he can shoot even more. I think he defers a little bit. I'd like to see him be even more aggressive.
You talk about maybe the go-to scorer or the star or the person you draw up a play for at the end of the game. Gabe Brown is definitely a choice. Max Christie could be another choice as well, says Tom Izzo.
And I think Malik Hall could step into that role if need be as well. A lot of confidence right now with his offensive game. Nice job by Stevens staying on top of Gabe Brown, denying him that pass.
Well, they gave an open window there to Christie, not that time. And the rebound to Stevens. Gophers need to string together some quality offensive possessions here.
They're trying to be judicious, and man, I can never say that smoothly. But
judicious?
Judicious in their shot selection like that.
You know, words can be hard sometimes. One and done chance again here for Minnesota. Back the other way. Walker taking it, and the swat from Willis. Minnesota, some empty possessions on 7 of the last 8. Got to have a solid defensive possession here. Hauser checks back into the game, and he gets the soft touch. And those are his first points.
And that ankle's going to feel better, Lisa. You've heard me say it. That orange pill has medicine in it. When you touch it and that ball goes through the hoop, whatever's ailing you seems to go away.
A 14-2 run here for Michigan State. Here's Willis up against Hogarth. That help was coming defensively.
Yeah, and Stevens can't bring his man into the situation. They got bailed out right there, but he's got to keep that floor space.
E.J. Stevens, a guy who had one Division I offer coming out of high school. A nice move there offensively for the Gophers. Back the other way. Marble was looking for a call, didn't get it.
Minnesota very methodical in the half-court set.
Curry, that's a 2. Something about playing against Michigan State lately that he likes. He's got 6 points to lead the Minnesota side.
You know, Curry's probably been on the other end of some defeats throughout his illustrious career here with Minnesota, so he's probably coming in with a little bit more fire in his belt.
One of those guys who's just happy to be playing, dealing with some injuries. Didn't even know really until July if he was going to play basketball for a 6th season. Atkins, nothing but net. Oh, they're excited about Jaden Atkins as well, a 4-star recruit.
As they should be. Very athletic lefty, so he's going to have a slight advantage in the backcourt. I don't know if you feel that way, Lisa. When you played, did left-handers have a little bit of an advantage or no?
I think slightly, because you're not used to defending to that.
That's right.
To the weak side is the right side, right?
I agree.
And I always feel like lefties always get talked about like we're doing right now.
Oh, we'll stop talking about it. No, I agree. That little slight hesitation when you're guarding a left-handed player that you're not used to gives them an advantage. Tell you what, Eric Curry's got an advantage with those colorful shoes on.
There's a takeaway that time from Atkins. Transition look there for Brown. He was backpedaling back. I think that he was thinking that one was going to drop.
I think his zone felt similar.
2 for 6 shooting from deep, 3 of 7 shooting from Michigan State.
You notice that all the Minnesota players, their mouths are wide open. They're gasping for air. You're gonna have to be very careful this last 5 minutes or so in the first half.
This is a Minnesota team that's not very deep. They ride the minutes of their starters really heavily here this year. Brown looking to go off the bounce, and he draws the foul.
The thing about Tom Izzo over the years that everyone knows, he's going to play one of the toughest non-conference schedules. So they've played Baylor, Kansas, UConn, and they got a good feel of where they are. And he knew this team was much better than what other people around the country felt. Nice frame, strong enough to guard post players in the Big Ten, which is more than a notion.
He's listed at 6'9", 230. Christie has an open look, and he drills it.
You know, think about Max Christie, when he shoots his jumper, he never looks like he's gonna miss. No wasted motion, excellent form. He goes straight up and down.
He's in double figures now, 10 points here to lead all scores. From the corner, nice looking jump shot from E.J. Stevens.
I'm telling you, I like Stevens a lot. Gamer on the defensive end, starting to find his flow on the offensive end.
Christie this time from mid-range. The rebound here to Hauser. It's Brown taking it inside. Finger roll finish for Gabe Brown.
Gabe Brown was fortunate that time, and A.J. Hogarth was wide open, didn't get the pass. A.J. was a little disappointed, but can't be disappointed with that layup.
With 10 on the shot clock, Sutherland. Daniels with the pump fake from the baseline, missing everything.
And his zone got him to shoot quicker than he actually had to. They do a really good job on the countdown. I'm really happy that he's come to Big Ten Network, getting some opportunities in studio and game. And I never thought I'd say that about a Boiler, but I'm feeling Raphael a little bit.
Well, he's a defensive guy, right? And you're a defensive guy, so I see that connection.
Yeah, he's got that cerebral thing going.
Is that what it is for you defensive guys? There's Stevens kind of going back to back here from Minnesota.
We're the offensive linemen of college basketball.
It's a good way to put it.
Yep.
Stevens now in double figures. He's got 10, only missed 2 shots. Has been the consistent offense for the Gophers here in this first half.
This has been a good response by the Gophers. They have to break the game down in 4-minute segments. And they've responded when Michigan State was trying to extend that lead.
Minute and some change left to play here in this first half. Walker snaking the defense, but he missed the finger roll. Willis on the push, over to Stevens, who's had the hot hand, not that time. What do you say, that someone opened up a door at the Breslin Center, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that one was, he needed some stickum on his hands, I think. This is what got away from him. Yeah, I'm having all kind of football references, huh?
You are. Curry getting the bounce, and Curry's got 8 points.
Well, Eric Curry just buried Malik Hall that time with the left hook. They've held their ground. They've stayed, for the most part, out of foul trouble. They've kept the Spartans off the free throw line. So they're doing a really good job here defensively. Got a chance to cut into this 4-point deficit. Let Stevens go one-on-one. I like that.
Willis looking to turn, got a piece.
And then the Breslin Center, that's a pretty good road trip.
Jaden Aikens has checked in for the final few seconds. as has Davis Smith has checked in. And Smith was attempting the foul. You are who you are after that time. So 16 fouls here for Michigan State. Pulling and firing and beating the buzzer.
Ben Johnson's message to the Gophers about being tough and physical has paid off here in the first half. Let's see if they can carry that over to this one. I like this set play for Stevens. I love that play.
You find your hot hand, right?
Yes.
He's got 12 here in the game.
That was an excellent call by Minnesota out of the halftime break.
An extended 9-2 run now for the Golden Gophers. Same starters to begin the second half here for both of these teams. That one's short here for Brown.
Boy, Luke Lowy fought through a couple screens. The challenge Gabe Brown on that shot. The effort that the Gophers are giving on the defensive end has been impressive.
Minnesota lost one to Illinois, lost the latest at Indiana, looking to pick one up here at Michigan State. It's been a tough first half there for Battle, just 1 of 5 here shooting from the game. Walker will take it all the way high off the glass. That one rims out.
I like that take, though. Walker got all the way downhill and is going to put pressure on the Gophers. If he can continue to do that, that will bode well for them.
Kick out to Willis. He hit that 3 going into halftime to give Minnesota a little momentum. From the baseline, it's Christie, so smooth.
Oh my goodness, that's a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. Caught, ripped through, gets to the baseline, elevates with confidence.
A 5-star out of Arlington Heights, Illinois.
What's his mother's first name again?
Katrina.
Stunting like his mama there.
She got a silky smooth jumper as well.
Oh, that's right.
One of the better field goal percentages in Northwestern history, by the way. So the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. 2 on the shot clock. Nice spin move there for Eric Curry.
The longer this game goes, Lisa, the more confident these Gophers become. Much more decisive in their offensive approach here in the second to start the second half.
Ben Johnson has these Gophers playing with a little bit of a chip. Three-point edge.
Wow. Tyson Walker. Trainer was talking to him a little bit. Now Izzo's talking to him. I keep an eye on that.
And Hogarth's in the game here for Michigan State. It was off the hands that time of Lowy. It's the 6th turnover.
Minnesota can ill afford those on the road. They are right in contention here, but that rock has to be cherished at this point. Okay, first time tonight, 1-3-1 zone by Minnesota. Let's see how Michigan State handles this. Oh, now they go man-to-man.
So switching up the defenses. That's not there that time for Brown. Over to Curry.
That's a really good read by Stevens. Minnesota's finding some rhythm here in the second half.
12 points now for Curry. Lead again is 1 here for Michigan State. Back down there for Hauser. Soft touch.
A nice decision by the Spartans. Get the rock into the paint area, let Bingham and Hauser do their thing.
Into the paint. Willis looking to drop it off. Curry with the kick out. Here's Battle. Taking it inside. Drawing the contact. Bingham challenging. Willis drops it off, and Hauser got him. Minnesota comes in with a 1-3 record against the net top 50 here tonight. But if they could pull this out, this would be the best win this year for the Gophers. Hogard with
into the hole. He brought it back out. They called his number once again. He comes off tight on the screen action and gets all the way to the rim.
Willis from 15 feet out. Minnesota again cuts it to 1.
Young players, I want you to go back and watch what Peyton Willis just did.
When Johnson decided to move again away from Northwestern, Michigan State again came calling, and he said no again to the folks here in East Lansing, and he went to Minnesota instead.
Oh, what a play by Gabe Brown. Officials felt like he was trying to keep Gabe Brown from it. Nice job by Peyton Willis. Walker was trying to come off that screen, and he denied.
Oh, what a move there by Walker. That time he gets the finger roll to fall. Quick 4 points for Michigan State.
Now the end zone is into it. Really going to test the poise of these Gophers.
Willis with the bucket and the answer.
The offensive actions of the Gophers have been really impressive here in the second half. They're getting to their spots.
Christie with the pull-up is short.
If the Gophers are going to stay in this game and pull off the upset, this man with the ball's got to get going.
Well, he takes that shot, a big 3-point shot, and again cuts the lead to 1. It's the 5th time right now that Minnesota has cut the lead to 1 here in the second half.
And before that shot, Jamison Battle was 1 of 6 from the field. That might get him going.
Each time they've cut it to 1, Michigan State has had an answer.
Malik Hall has been awfully quiet on the offensive end. He needs to get going for Michigan State.
Walker with the pull-up.
Tyson Walker has other plans, I see. Starting to be assertive here.
Tight defense, they give it back to Battle. Not that time. Battle is 2 of 8 shooting here tonight. Minnesota's leading scorer, who averages about 18 points per. Walker with plenty of time. He's hot, hot, hot. Tom Izzo joked he's actually only here because he beat me 7 times and I only beat him twice. So he just wanted to kind of rub it in from the sideline.
Well, he's rubbing it in wearing the powder blue. He couldn't get a green sweater or something like that.
At least took him off with some Spartan swag.
Exactly.
Izzo joked that Coach K, when he retires, he's gonna buy a house here in East Lansing and haunt him.
I love it. Oh, good screen.
Now coming out of the timeout, there's a turnover.
Well, we saw this in the first half. There was a juncture where Minnesota was about 6 down, and Michigan State went on one of those 10-0, 12-2 runs. Let's see if they do the same here. Oh, set play for Marcus Bingham in the post.
Yeah, trying to back down Charlie Daniels. Pump fake.
And Hauser had a beat on that offensive rebound, just couldn't corral it.
And it'll be Akins who picks up the foul.
Michigan State foul number 3, Jaden Akins. That's his
I think Bingham caught a shot to the nose inadvertently. That'll make your eyes water, and right there. So he's still trying to get his equilibrium there, but you better get it quickly.
17 fouls committed combined between these two teams. Starting to get a little bit of physicality. There's Battle from the baseline.
The Gophers continue to figure out the spots where they want their players to catch.
And turnover, the quick hands from Peyton Willis. And the block that time, Akins got him, but the Gophers stay with it.
Boy, Akins, nice hustle there. Gophers once again, Lisa, just finding ways to stay stay close.
That's not necessarily a strategy for this team this year.
And I think, Lisa, this is a really good indication why this Gopher team is so good, because they lock in and really try to execute for Ben Johnson. So there's a special relationship between he and his team. And they are responding in a hostile environment, playing very well.
He said, we played Michigan State at our place back on December 8th, and he really felt in the first half that was the biggest stage kind of environment for this team, and he felt like they were affected here in the first half. He was hoping for a different response here tonight. That's a fadeaway. Jamison Battle is starting to heat up.
Yes, he is. He's getting a different response from Battle here in the second half, looking for his one-on-one opportunities. He likes that matchup against Hauser.
6-0 run. We're tied at 51. It's the second tie of this ball game.
Oh, nice rip through by Bingham. Daniel's trying to be physical, but Marcus Bingham, a lot of people don't know, he deadlifted 500 pounds. This young man's a lot stronger. No, seriously, he's deadlifted 500 pounds at 7 feet tall. So he's wiry, but he's strong.
That's the difference, because you look at him and you think skinny, right?
Yep.
And you look at his weight, he's listed at 7 feet 230, but he has built that strength to go on that frame.
That's right.
8 to shoot. Walker. I don't know if that was a shot or if he was looking for Bingham.
I think he was looking for Bingham. I think it's why he's so upset with himself. He's getting ready to come out of the game.
A.J. Hogard will check back in.
You see, he's got Bingham on the roll, and he notices he's got 2 defenders, and just hits the rim and goes over the backboard. He's very upset with himself.
Now, if that went in, he would have said that was a shot all the way.
Of course. Sounds like you've done that before.
Maybe once or twice. Willis with the deep shot. Quick hands that time from Curry, and Minnesota gets it right back. Tied at 51.
They've been doing this all season long. I'm not sure a lot of people outside the Gopher Nation expected them to be this competitive here on the road. They have certainly been.
Now they got Bingham with the foul. Was going for his 5th block here tonight.
Well, watch Curry. Gets lower than Bingham so he can put him underneath the rim and draw the contact.
It's a second personal on Marcus Bingham Jr. And Curry to the free throw line. One of those 6-year players, a super senior, if you will.
Malik Hall comes in, and he's really been quiet. Only had 1 shot attempt, 1 rebound. He's got to get more active for the Spartans.
No points, averages almost 10 points per game this season. And it's the first lead since it was 10-9 with 13-17 left in the first half.
Oh, he missed Hauser. That was a nice cut.
And Sutherland whistle for the reach in.
Watch this curl. A.J. Hogard sets a nice screen. Look at Hauser. He was open there for a second. Malik Hall was trying to direct and did not get the rock to him. As loud as the Breslin Center can get, it can get as quiet as well.
We've talked about this. If I'm a shooter, I would almost want a little bit of a murmur or some kind of sound.
You can hear people on their cell phones. It's so quiet.
It's tough. Hogard splits the pair. Tied again at 52.
This matchup.
They give the touch to Curry, who forces it up. Hauser again with the foul.
Izzo did not like that call. He's letting DJ Carstensen know about it. But I think DJ was spot on. There's a lot of contact on that. I think this was definitely a foul. And Curry doing what he's supposed to do. He's forcing the action. There's the foul right there.
2 fouls on Hauser. Minnesota on an 8-1 run.
His zone letting DJ know how much they appreciate that call.
I was going to say, if he didn't hear Izzo, the Iz zone is making sure that he hears them.
That's right.
Brown looking to take it off the bounce. He gets hacked. Stevens is third.
They're serious now. And even before the game, I went up to say something to him, and he was very short and focused and businesslike, and it shows on the floor.
Brown's got a team-high 13 points. Curry leaves Minnesota with 15. He's got the ball right now. Willis looking to back down. Spin move is short. And walked within. Taking care of the basketball much better here tonight. 11 turnovers here for the game. They average the most in the Big Ten. There is off the glass, it's not there.
Look for Brown once again. They're calling a set play. I think this might be a misdirection. Try to get Brown.
Moment to get his first points of the game.
You called it, Lisa. That's stepping up in a major way.
5-0 run here for Michigan State. Hesitation move. Willis left all alone. He left Hogard on the floor.
Yes, he did. And Eric Curry acting like he posting up, but that was a screen.
Gophers turn over Michigan State again. On the push. Willis wants the three. Curry with the offensive rebound. It's another one. 11 here for the game. Offensive rebounds. That one's blocked.
That's a heck of a defensive play by the Spartans. Sutherland at the bucket by himself. Can't get the finish. Boy, this is a great Big Ten game. Max Christie's been a little quiet here in the second half for the Spartans. Might see him get going here as well. Oh, okay.
Oh, they go his way. A quick 5 points in the last few minutes.
Okay. Tom Izzo is one of the best for a reason. He had been struggling, and he's called his number twice, and now Hall is responding.
Quick 5 points and the last 5 points for Michigan State. And Hall picks up the foul. That's number 2.
Well, Hall's gotten animated. He's gotten those buckets to drop. Trying to pick up the intensity on the defensive end.
16 fouls now for Michigan State this half, and 16 fouls for Minnesota. A look for Willis. He hasn't been shy. 2 of 8 shooting from back there.
Boy, I'd like to see Hauser take one more dribble and go up. You're in the paint, you got an advantage over Jamison Battle. Just go up.
Hogard over to Christie. Pump fake for 2.
That's a tough shot. Man, Hauser got banged up again.
Back in for Minnesota, number 1, Eric Curry, and 20.
But Max Christie, I mean, you get to the paint, up fake, and then still elevate over your defender. That's really nice.
Well, take a look at Joey Hauser. They're right underneath the bucket.
Oh, rolled that left ankle.
Michigan State on a 9-2 scoring run. Minnesota, meanwhile, 1 for its last 7 from the floor. And the follow there for Curry. Another offensive rebound for the Gophers.
Yeah. Willis wanted the foul, rather, but had he gotten the foul, Curry would not have got that bucket. So worked out for the Gophers.
12 offensive rebounds. They generated 17 second chance points. Hall with the turnaround.
Uh-oh, and Hall is talking. He's feeling it. You know what? I like the way that Ben Johnson and Tom Izzo have approached this game on the offensive end. They are playing the hot hand right now. Stevens was good in the first half. He's been quiet this half.
Still quiet. Hauser feeding Brown for three.
I like that shot. Brown caught it in rhythm. Michigan State wants to push tempo. Back to Michael Shrewsbury and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Michael Shrewsbury is doing a heck of a job. They picked up yet another win at home last night over Rutgers, so Penn State is for real.
He's got him playing well. There's a three attempt out of that timeout. Jamison Battle.
Well, the Gophers have a collective toughness that is impressive to see. Hauser doesn't know the play. A little confused on the play here. Hogarth's going one-on-one.
Broken play, so Hogard will take it himself. It's blocked that time by Willis. Hauser with another attempt.
That's big. That is big for Michigan State. Hauser getting to the glass once again and coming up big.
Hall and Hauser, two guys who have been quiet for most of the game, have come up with some of the loudest buckets in the last few minutes here in the second half. Curry trying that back down and finishing with the left hand.
Well, Curry's doing an excellent job once again getting to his spot, knowing the double team is not coming.
He's 2 off of tying his career high 18 points that he got against Michigan State on December 8th, the first meeting of the season between these two teams. And an offensive foul call that time on Brown.
His team is responding in kind. I mean, they know exactly what they're doing. They've executed well, especially here in the second half.
Off this possession again out of a timeout, trailing by 3. Stevens tries to muscle it up, and he does for 2. The lead is cut to 1.
That's a heck of a move by Stevens. Didn't look like he had enough lift, but he got it there.
So what kind of answer does Michigan State have? Lately, it's come by the shooting stroke of Malik Hall. Spin move there for Hauser. Hogard will take it inside for the 2-point attempt, and the lead is back up to 3.
I love that decision by A.J. Hogard. That time, Peyton Willis backed up, anticipating a drive. A.J. just took what the defense gave him.
Willis looking for it, he gives it up. Single digits on the shot clock. Here's E.J. Stevens. 14 points. That one's short.
Set play here. I anticipate Gabe Brown getting this.
Here he is at the top of the key. Hands it off to Christie. The freshman has clutch in his jeans.
That was an excellent call. Tom Izzo made that call, getting it to Max Christie. And with his frame and his elevation, it's awfully difficult to bother his release. 16
points here for Christie, the freshman. Battle, step back move.
That's a big time rebound by Malik Hall. Curry's been good on the offensive glass tonight. He kept it away from Curry.
Michigan State looking to keep pace with Illinois in conference play. 4-0 right now. 5-0 would tie them for first place atop the conference. Spartans have hit 7 of their last 9, and it'll stay here with 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Hauser got away with the foul that time. He knocked Stevens down right there. So Spartans catching a break.
Who gets it here?
Hauser. So I thought.
4 on the shot clock. It's short for Hogard. And quick hands that time, but A.J. Hogard's whistle for the foul. He can't believe it.
And so when you talk about really good scenarios for the Gophers, that is it. They get a chance to catch their breath. Look at Jamison Battle, Lowy, Curry. They are exhausted. But these guys are getting a chance to catch a break. They have the opportunity to cut into the deficit and then get back and get set defensively.
Well, he showed you the percentage of minutes that these starters are responsible for here for Minnesota. It's a ton. Willis plays about 36 minutes per game. Our leader of the game is brought to you by USAA, and it is Eric Curry, who's got a new career high. All he does is get career highs this season against Michigan State. 18 in December, 19 here tonight.
Best scorer in all of the Big Ten Conference this year based on what he's able to overcome and now how effective he's been. Okay, I like Max Christie initiating this play call here. He's waiting to see what Tom Izzo is going to do. 10 seconds on the clock.
Christie takes it inside. It's deflected that time by Battle. And Curry and Battle both on the floor.
Oh, man, Eric Curry twisted that left ankle pretty badly. He and Jamison Battle got locked up. And he's not moving.
Malik Hall is whistled for his third personal. And again, this is an Eric Curry. You mentioned it, one of the great stories here in the Big Ten. Knee injuries his sophomore year, redshirt junior seasons. Missing those entire seasons, played about 15 games one other year in his 6th season here with Minnesota.
Excellent block, but watch down low. So there's a make here. Michigan State, I anticipate them looking for Gabe Brown or Max Christie. Both have had success down the stretch.
Inside a minute.
Oh.
Christie lost it. Hogard on the deck. It'll be a jump ball. It'll stay Michigan State basketball. Hogard onto that timeout. That one remain out. Another opportunity.
I'm sure that wasn't the play, but A.J. Hogard did the right thing. You break the play if someone's out of position. He just didn't finish, but that was a really good decision by Hogard to get downhill.
It's Battle with the foul, and we're in a 1-on-1 situation here for Michigan State.
I mean, he has a great look. He just doesn't finish. Oh. Ooh.
You saw that hand hit that net, didn't you?
Yes.
4 ties in this game. And Ben Johnson calls his final timeout.
Tom Izzo's looking wide.
Stevens taking it inside, blocked from behind by Hall. We got a foul call.
Boy, what a play call. Gets a loaded side on the left. You bring Stevens up to the top of the key. You clear the space. Lowy's in the corner, so if Gabe Brown helps, then you can kick to Lowy for the 3. Gabe Brown stays home. Stevens gets all the way to the rim.
Christie's whistle for the foul. The second on Max Christie. Akins checked in briefly. He checks back out.
We can just end the Coach of the Year in the Big Ten tonight. That's Ben Johnson. He has called a heck of a game here tonight.
Tied at 69. 5th tie of the game. And a timeout here from Tom Izzo with 18 seconds to work with.
See, without Eric Curry, the Gophers giving up a lot of size on this possession.
Tallest player on the court is Jamison Battle, 6'7". Now 9 to shoot. Gives it up to Christie. Looking inside. 4 in the game. Over to Hogarth, shovel pass there.